what I realized is, well, this farm had some restrictions. What are the few restrictions that it has? Doesn't have a building. All right, so we need a building. Doesn't have electricity, so we need electricity. Doesn't have a water well. We need that. And the roads are really tight. So let's fix all of that. However, when I purchased it, I knew that I had to incorporate all these things: utilities, infrastructure, and the road. So, what did we start with? Well, we started with contacting a power company to get utilities out on the 400 acres. Well, if you know anything about power, which I did not, um, they have to bring out a lot of, poles and stakes and everything. Um, and we're still not even there. I paid an electrician to start pulling the permits and everything because working with the power and electricity company was becoming complicated. So that was a couple $100. It's going to be a couple $1,000 really by the time the project's done to just get power on the property. We will be running off of solar power as well, but I want that consistent power utilization opportunity for when we have larger events, and the capacity for larger events. Those are going to be weddings, maybe some festivals, whatever the case is. I want to be able to draw as much power as we need. So that's still underway. But one thing that came about is, well, Dom, you might have a hard time getting power out here if you don't have a building or a pad, whatever the case is. And I knew that I needed some sort of storage situation. So earlier this year, I purchased a 40-foot shipping container that was going to serve as our storage container, or our storage facility, because we don't have a house yet on the farm. Um, well, there was a problem. When all this started happening, we realized that our road was a little wee too narrow to get a 40-foot shipping container, or a big truck in there. We were able to get our U-Haul, but nothing big in there. So these large trucks can't come in with the supplies that I need, the tools, whatever. So I decided, all right, the 40-foot shipping container might be an issue, and the road is about a half a mile long, even longer. Actually, the road from one end to the other is just about 2 or 3/4 of a mile long, and that's pretty long road just to get onto your property. So I was like, oh, what do we do? Do we do the road project, or do we scrap the entire thing, right, to bring in the container? I don't know where I came up with this idea, but I did both.